Hello, everybody, and welcome to a special edition of Bucket Full of Chicken X. I guess every edition is a special edition because, I'm throwing on chicken necks here and there when I have a few things that I want to say as the Realm Network is building the brand channel. Once the channel is up and the shows are in place, there's going to be a schedule where every single day you're going to know what's on the brand channel, what's on the paid content, what's on the free content. There'll be a new material on both sides of the coin every single day. So there'll be a set day for Bucket Full of Chicken Necks when we go live and when we launch on the Realm Network. I'll keep you posted. They're working on that. They've been working around the clock on that. A lot of great people at the Realm Network. I'm excited to be working with them. There's so many possibilities. But again, I don't want to rush it. I want to do everything the right way. I'm thinking probably within 2 weeks we should have the official launch. And remember, if you were ever a member of the brand at any time, at any point, you're going to get your first month of premium content absolutely free. But for the time being, you can follow me at vincerussobrand.com. That's where the Realm will have my blogs, podcasts, videos, everything. But I wanted to do Chicken Necks because there's a few things I want to talk about. I want to get off my chest. I want to talk about my daughter, and I got to do it before she gets home from school. Otherwise, she's going to hear what I say. She's going to cut the promo on me. I'm going to have to hear her for the next 3 weeks. So I had to make sure that I set everything up before she got home so I could talk behind her back directly to you. As you see, I'm trying to step up the studio here now. I got my microphone stand here that I talk directly into the stand. Today, I'm going to go out to the Best Buy and I'm going to get a Wi-Fi booster to give me the best signal I possibly can. I literally went out, guys, and you're not even going to believe this because I still don't believe it. I bought a $300 chair so I could sit here because I'm going to be doing a lot of work behind my desk for the Realm Network, interviewing people, everything, and I need the right support because I got a freaking horrible back. I bought a nice new chair, so I'm trying to get as professional as I possibly can, and I hope it looks good. Now, look, I got the little thing on the bottom. I figured out how to do that little heading there. Vince Russo, all around great guy. So, I'm learning these things now. The Realm Network is learning me. I just did my fantasy baseball podcast, Who's On First? That's on the Realm Network now, Monday through Friday, and I was able to bring on callers. I was able to figure that out on my own. So there's a lot happening. I'm maturing. I'm growing as a person. Remember Stephanie Mangano in Saturday Night Fever when she told Tony Manero, she's growing. I'm growing, man. And Tony Manero turned around and said, well, why don't you go on a diet? I know my good friend Anthony Mazzurio remembers that line. But anyway, I'm growing. I'm growing in the realm of podcast, and that's why the channel on the Realm Network is going to be a step above what we were doing before. I'm progressing. Let's talk about a couple of things that are on my mind I want to get off my chest. I first want to talk about, first of all, I want to talk about this. I'm tired of being out of shape. And, I'm tired of not working out when I should be working out. I tried to do the DDP yoga. I'm sorry, Stevie Richards. I tried for about 10 days. It killed me, probably because, I tried to do it right out of the gate without doing any kind of warm-up. That wasn't right. B, I was probably doing it wrong. I didn't have Diamond Dallas Page in my office teaching me how to do it. I tried to do it. That didn't work out for me. I got lazy again with the workout. Here's the problem, I think. My sleeping pattern is all off. So, I'm up at 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning. By the time it's 7 or 8 and I should go and work out, I'm tired again. I'm tired because I got up at 3 or 4 in the morning. Now it's 8 o'clock. I've been up for 5 hours. I should be working out at 8 o'clock, but I'm too tired to work out. Here's the problem with the freaking eating. especially now with baseball season started. I'm home by myself. You guys know the story. I get bored, man. It's not that I'm hungry, but when I'm at night watching all these baseball games, I get bored, especially with the Giants. I get nervous. So I got to go to the closet and snack. I try to snack on good things. I really, I don't eat the candies and cakes and stuff like that. I'll try to eat a freaking rice cake, whatever I got to do. But the whole combination of thinking every day I say I'm going to get on the horse tomorrow. I'm going to get on the horse tomorrow, and I do it half-ass. I got on the treadmill today. I did 30 minutes on the treadmill today. So far over here, it's 10 a.m. I've eaten right so far, but keep in mind, I've been up for 6 hours. I got up at 4 o'clock, so I ate right. I had a little granola with a little honey and almond milk. That's it. Maybe have a little chicken for lunch, but I got to get on that consistent freaking basis, man. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I need a coach. I don't know what the frig I need. But anyway, I want to talk about a week ago now, I went to see Fleetwood Mac with my wife, Amy. Listen, I only go, outside of Rihanna, I only go see bands and groups from my era. I don't go see these new people. There's nothing out there appealing to me whatsoever. So, I only go see the concerts when, people from my era come through town and when they're the original band. Let me get that straight. Not fake bands. Fleetwood Mac was fake Fleetwood Mac for a moment there because Christine McVie wasn't touring with them. I didn't go see them when Christine wasn't touring. That's not Fleetwood Mac. Now Christine is back. That allowed me to go see Fleetwood Mac. But there's a lot of fake bands out there that piss me off. Let me go down the list and I'll give you the coup de grace when I'm done. Fake Chicago. Peter Cetera is not the lead singer, hasn't been the lead singer for years. I don't go see Chicago. A fake Foreigner. Lou Gramm is no longer the lead singer. I don't go see fake Foreigner. Fake Styx really pisses me off because you don't replace Dennis DeYoung. I don't go see fake Styx. Take them off the list. And of course, fake Journey. There is only one Steve Perry, and there is no Journey without Steve Perry. I don't care if you get the guy from the Philippines, Pinita. I don't care. That's fake Journey. So I don't go see fake bands. And I hate people that do, because what pisses me off more than anything is they don't have a clue it's not the original lead singer. So they'll tell you how great a Journey concert was, not knowing Steve Perry left the band 20 years ago. And that pisses me off. You don't go see fake bands. But it was the real Fleetwood Mac. It was Christy McVie, Stevie Nicks, Lindsey Buckingham, Mick Fleetwood, John McVie, all 5 of them. I got to say this first. This is the second time now I've seen Fleetwood Mac. They're pushing their 70s. Stevie Nicks is 67 years old. I know why they're so great. And I really paid attention at the concert when I went. Every musician in that band is so talented in their own right. In other words, all 5 members of that band, you can build a group around with them being the nucleus of that group. Such talented musicians all playing together. Even John McVie, the bass player who stands in the background. But when you listen to the music and you just listen to the bass, what a phenomenal bass player John McVie is. And then Mick Fleetwood beating the crap out of those drums at 70 years old. But 5 great musicians that came together and formed Fleetwood Mac. Now I'm going to bury my daughter, okay? Let me try. I got to try to say this quickly because she's working at Jamba Juice and I don't know when she's going to be home. I got to try to tell the story quickly. But anyway, for Christmas, I bought my daughter a ticket to go see Fleetwood Mac with my wife. I didn't get myself a ticket because 3 tickets would have been too much money. So the guy that I am, look at the bottom, Vince Russo, all around great guy. The guy that I am, I sacrificed going to Fleetwood Mac so my daughter and wife could go. So I give him the tickets. In the meantime, my daughter buys tickets for me and her to go. So now we got 4 tickets with 3 people going. So I wind up going to the concert with my wife. My daughter can't get rid of the other ticket. She doesn't know if she's going to go or not. She had school. She goes to Colorado University in Boulder. That's a good 45 minutes from the Pepsi Center. She didn't think she was going to make it. So we go to the concert. She's not there. Me and my wife are enjoying the concert. The song Everywhere comes on. I don't know if you know Christine. I want to be with you everywhere, be with you everywhere. My daughter loves that song. That's her favorite Fleetwood Mac. So look how I can do this now because I got the gimmick. So I can break into tune now anytime, and it'll look legitimate on the screen. I kind of dig that. I want to be with you everywhere. So anyway, that's my daughter's favorite song. So listen, the all-around great guy that I am, the song comes on. I'm getting teary-eyed now because now I know this is Annie's favorite song. I know she couldn't make it to the concert. I know she really wanted to go to the concert. I'm getting teary-eyed now. I'm thinking about her. Christine McVie is beautifully playing this song. My daughter's not there. I take out the cell phone and I turn it on. So I call her so she can hear the song and she knows, listen, Daddy's thinking about you. They're playing everywhere. I'm thinking about you. So I hold the phone up so she can hear the recording of the song. Okay. Next thing I know, we get home from the concert a couple of hours later. 30 minutes behind us, Annie comes storming in. Well, she made it to the concert, but it was like the trip from hell. She got there late. She had to go by herself. She had to pay $40 for parking. She got to the concert late. She missed half of it, but she's going on and on and on and on about what a miserable experience she had. So now I make the mistake of turning around and saying to her, oh, well, Annie, did you get my phone call? Did you see that I called you so you could hear everywhere? Wanting her to know I was thinking about it. Well, all of a sudden now, yeah, I got your phone call. Why would you call me while I'm driving? I'm driving and you're calling me and I can't even hear what they're playing. Why would you do that? And I'm sitting to myself and I'm saying, are you freaking kidding me? Here I am at the concert. I'm getting teared up because she's not there. I play her favorite song. I want to be with you everywhere. And I come home and she's cutting a promo on me. So you know what I did? I cut the promo back. I shut it down. For once in her life, I shut it down. How dare you, I said. I'm trying to be the good father. I know you're not there. You wanted to go. They're playing everywhere. I call you on the phone and you're going to cut a promo on me? I cut the promo right back. I shut it down. I got the last word in for once in my life. And you know what? It felt damn good. Oh, okay. Now let's go. Let's move on to some of the news. I got quite a bit of wrestling news today I want to talk about. First thing I want to talk about is, listen, I watch Netflix when I'm in the bathtub. I'm a big bubble bath guy. I got a bad back. When my back acts up, I like to get in the bubble bath. I like to, the water as hot as I could stand it. I put my little iPad. I got the first generation iPad, put it up on the counter. I put up my Netflix and I watch it in the bubble bath. Usually I watch Everyone Loves Raymond because that's all I watch. But I'm going through, let me see if I can find something new. And I come across this phenomenal documentary on Netflix called The Sheik. And it was about the Iron Sheik. And, everybody I know is in it. The Rock was in it. Bruce Pritchard was in it. It was good to see Bruce. My good friend who was on the show, Keith Elliott Greenberg, is all over the documentary. But what a great documentary. The life of the Sheik, the rise and fall and rise again of the Iron Sheik. If you've got Netflix, you've got to see this. And, happy ending to the end of this documentary that the Sheik, with a little help, thank God people were there to help the Sheik, reinvented himself through Twitter and through social media and, has become now more popular than he even was when he was wrestling back in 1985. A real good story. And I got to tell you, Sheiky baby, he's got some hot daughters, man. And I didn't know this about Sheik, and it was a very sad part of the documentary. But one of his daughters was killed by a guy that she met online and was dating. He murdered her. I had no idea. That sent Sheik back into a deep depression, and it took years and years for him to come out of his depression because he wasn't there in his mind to protect his daughter. But he's of course it's something he's never going to forget, but thank God he's been able to overcome it. But what beautiful daughters he has, beautiful grandchildren. What a great documentary. Really, really great to see the Sheik reinvent himself, become a celebrity once again. I love this guy. Every time like I do a convention or something and I run into Sheiky Baby, I mark out like literally I just saw I don't know, bro, Rihanna. I mark out Rihanna-ish when I see the Sheik. What a legend of the sport. Great documentary on Netflix, the Sheik. Check it out. I read this online yesterday, and listen, call me cuckoo, call me crazy, call me whatever you want to call me. I read online yesterday that Barry Manilow secretly married his manager. You want me to break into Barry Manilow too now that I got the microphone? Let me do a little. I remember all my life raining down as cold as ice. Shadow of a man, a face through a window, gliding in the night, and night rose in. But anyway, my wife thought I was absolutely out of my mind because I'm reading online that Barry Manilow secretly got married in 2014, and he married his manager, and his manager's a dude. I swear to you, I had no idea Barry Manilow was gay. No idea. My wife said, "Are you out of your freaking mind?" I had no idea Barry Manilow was gay. I never read anywhere Barry Manilow was gay. I went to see Barry Manilow in concert myself. I've bought Barry Manilow albums, and not that there's anything wrong with him being gay, but I had no idea the guy was gay. And now I'm reading he married his manager, and I'm learning for the first time that Barry Manilow is gay. I did not know that. We're going hopping. We're going hopping today where things are popping. He wrote that song, the American Bandstand. But listen, I don't have gaydar. I'm sure 23 years in the wrestling business and 3 locker rooms. I'm sure I've been around some gay wrestlers that probably haven't come out of the closet. I wouldn't be able to tell you who they are. I have no idea. I don't have the gaydar thing gimmick. It's got to be so over the top for me to know somebody's gay. Like literally, they got to be walking around with a purse. Then maybe a purse and pink shoes, and maybe I'll have a clue. Outside of that, I don't have a clue. I don't have the gaydar gimmick going. But Barry Manilow is married to his manager. Barry Manilow is gay. For those of you that don't know now, not that there's anything wrong with that. I want to talk a little bit about wrestling now. I was saddened to see today. I think this is a sad story, but somebody in Paul Bearer's family put Paul Bearer's Hall of Fame ring up on eBay for $22,000. Now, apparently, this ring was given to a family member, through the will. And now the family member is selling it on eBay for $22,000. Listen, I'm sure whoever is selling it needs the money and is in dire need of money. And I get that, and I understand that. And at the end of the day, if Paul Bearer, left you that ring, obviously he wants you to do with that ring whatever you need to do with the ring. But I just found it very, very sad that, his ring is on eBay. Listen, I worked with the guy, Paul Bearer. What a great pro. I mean, I can't put in words. I worked with him for a long time. I loved work with him. He came out. He did my Ring of Glory show. He was a Christian man. He was a great father. I love the guy. And, just to think that somebody's selling his Hall of Fame ring. Hopefully, though, it'll wind up in the right hands of somebody who appreciates it. And I'm sure that's how the story will turn out. Listen, nobody's going to fork over that kind of money unless they really admired the man and was a fan of his. So hopefully there'll be a happy ending to that story. But I found that a little sad. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm overreacting, but I just found that a little sad. I want to talk about this other thing. Well, let me talk about this first. This is a little shorter story. Medusa. Listen, I was hurt by her Hall of Fame speech. I've already said that, and I'm not going to harp on that. A shot was taken on me as far as the guy that booked the barbecue sauce match between her and Oklahoma on WCW, which to this day I thought was entertaining. If Medusa didn't find it entertaining, well, that's her taste, and I apologize for that, and she's entitled to her opinion. I found it entertaining because of who Ed's character was, but that's me. No big deal. I get that. But a shot was clearly taken at me at the Hall of Fame ceremony when she took out a bottle of barbecue sauce out of the garbage can and basically said, that was the worst night of my life. Basically who wrote that shit, whatever, meaning me. I wrote it. So I really took that personally, especially knowing how much I've championed Deborah Maselli over the years, and I've been her biggest fan and her biggest supporter. Back in 1994, 95, when I just started with the magazine, I was very, very tight with her. I can remember riding in a car with Deborah Maselli, me, Medusa, and Howard Finkel, and Alanis Morissette was white hot at the time. Little Jagged Pill came out, and Medusa was in the back seat listening to it, singing at the top of her lungs. I'll never forget that. I love this woman. We spent a lot of time together, at WCW. I always, at WCW and WWE, always made sure I got her in the magazine and always championed her. Listen, I honestly feel to this day, behind the fabulous Moolah, nobody has meant more to women's wrestling than Deborah Maselli. And I'll say that till the day I die. To me, there's Moolah and there's Medusa. So about a couple of weeks ago, I did a little promo. You can find it on VinceRussoBrand.com on the Realm Network. It's on there. I kind of went into a tirade about the whole Hall of Fame ceremony, and I brought up the incident with Deborah and the garbage can incident, which I know she didn't write. I know a WWE writer wrote that. I know it didn't come from her. But I let my feelings be known about it. Well, since then, Medusa has direct messaged me a couple of times, and she wants to talk to me because she knows I'm upset and I'm hurt with her speech. This is really hard for me because I don't right now, I don't feel like I want to talk to her. I mean, I'm still really that hurt. And I guess the reason why I'm hurt is because I was shocked by it. I never expected her to go down that road. Now, don't get me wrong. I know that the WWE is putting her in their Hall of Fame. I know it's a big deal. I know there might be a Legends contract involved. I know she's been living with 20 years of torment of putting the woman's title in the garbage. I understand all that, and I completely get all that. But I was really taken back and really hurt personally with that part of her speech. I don't feel up to talking to her right now. I mean, I just don't. I don't know, man. I don't want to hear an explanation. I really don't want to hear what she has to say right now. I really don't have anything to say. Obviously, I don't want this to be the end of our relationship and the end of our friendship. And, I'm not going to allow that to happen. I love this girl. I don't care what she said about me. She's not going to become my enemy. She had her reasons. She's claimed, just through direct mail, it wasn't aimed at me. personally, I do find that hard to believe. I think it was aimed directly at me. Like I said, maybe a WWE writer wrote it and she didn't put two and two together. But whatever the case may be, I don't know, man. I'd love to get your opinions on that. I just don't know what to say to her at this point. I don't know if it's too soon. I don't know what it is, but let me make this clear. I don't want to lose her as a friend. I love her very much. She means very, very much to me, and she always has. But I just thought I'd share that with you because I don't know where I am on that. I'm being totally honest with you. Let me wrap up this Chicken X with this. This Scott Steiner Hulk Hogan thing. Okay, first of all, I'm sure Scott Steiner is not going to kill Hulk Hogan. I'm fairly positive that Scott Steiner probably didn't tell Hogan's wife, Jennifer, he's going to kill Hulk Hogan. I know Scott Steiner. I can't see Steiner telling Hogan's wife, I'm going to kill your husband. I've heard Steiner cut Hulk Hogan promos. I've heard him go off on Hogan. The promos are hysterical and funny and entertaining, as Scott Steiner always is. He's never told me if I ever see the guy, I'm going to kill him. So I think that's a little much. I don't think it went that far. It sounds like Steiner approached Jennifer, Hogan's wife, and she claimed she didn't know who he was, which I don't have any reason not to believe that. And for a guy like Scott Steiner to approach you and you're not sure who he is, yes, that could be a very scary incident. He is menacing. Steiner is scary. I could see a woman being upset by that, especially if he made some kind of remark about Hogan. She doesn't know what all this is about, so it was probably a traumatic experience for her. But, I don't think Scott Steiner is the kind of guy that's going to think things out. Scott's going to kind of react. He's always done that as long as I've known him. So, now, Jennifer goes back, tells Hulk. Now there's wanted posters literally up backstage at the Hall of Fame in WrestleMania with Scott Steiner's picture on it. Do not let this guy in. Do not let this guy anywhere near the event, which I thought was kind of hysterical. Like, you've got to put a picture of Scott Steiner up like there are 1,000 other people that look like Scott Steiner. Nobody in the world looks like Big Papa Pump. Only one guy looks like Scott Steiner. That's it. It's like, Bigfoot. What does Bigfoot look like? What does the Loch Ness Monster look like? What does Scott Steiner look like? The guy's got such a unique look. You know who he is if he walks in a place. So I thought that was hysterical. So, now he's on TMZ, and good for Scott, man. If Scott can get the publicity, good for Scott. If it'll help him get more bookings, good for Scott. I don't think Scott plans on killing Hogan. I don't think he ever said he was going to kill Hogan. But, here's the thing with wrestlers, man. And this is why I don't play that game. I see so many promos through social media going back and forth between wrestlers. But yet in 23 years in the business, few and far between do they ever confront each other. There never is that confrontation when both guys are in the room, in the building, in the arena, and they have heat with each other. There's never a confrontation. It's always through social media, or it's always through Twitter, or it's always through interviews, or it's always through that nonsense. Once they get together, there never is a confrontation, which is fascinating to me. You would just think with these guys and the testosterone and working together for so long and having the opportunity to tell somebody how you really feel about them, whether it's Scott to Hogan, whether it's Hogan to Scott, whether it's Flair to Scott, whether it's Scott to Flair, it doesn't matter. You very rarely see the conflict one-on-one. Now, there were situations, obviously, Bret and Shawn, obviously Jericho and Goldberg. I think JBL got decked by Joey Styles. So there are certain instances, but not as much as you would think. So much more goes on in a war of words on social media. That's why I don't do that. I'm not going to call anybody out. behind their back or, through a Twitter account or in an interview. That's why I always say I got an open mic. I'm here face to face. Maybe we can't get together, geographically, but you can look me in the eye. I can look you in the eye. We can do it right here if anybody ever has an issue with me. But again, this with all the beefs that there are in wrestling, very few times do you see them come to a head. And I just think that's interesting. But, again, I don't think Jennifer or Hulk Hogan need to fear for their lives. Listen, I wrote a long article today on WrestleZone about Scott Steiner. I hope you go and read it. It's WrestleZone.com. It's about the Scott Steiner that I know and that I worked with, God, probably for 10 years. And there isn't a bigger fan on the planet for Scott than me. Again, I'm not saying what he did with Hogan's wife was right, but I don't think Scott has it in himself to kill anybody. So listen, everybody, that's basically it for Bucket Full of Chicken Necks. I'll keep coming to you through the Realm Network, Vince Russo brand, .com until there is the official launch of the channel, which hopefully will be coming in a few weeks. So listen, until the next time, and tomorrow, me and Jeff Lane will be doing our Lions and Tigers and Bears and Dirt. Lions and Tigers and Bears and Dirt. Lions and Tigers and Bears and Dirt will be videotaping that tomorrow. That will be on the Realm Network as well, VinceRussoBrand.com. So until then, everybody, I will catch you all on the rebound.